Hi everyone, and welcome to the Creative Real Estate Academy. Thank you so much for being here. I am grateful that you have joined us. I wanted to take this opportunity to be able to introduce myself and to share a little bit about my story. So my name is Carolin Ricciardi, and my story begins from the moment that I immigrated to Canada when I was 4 years old. At that time, my parents and my brothers, we came to Canada with essentially just our suitcases, and it was a lot of work for my dad to be able to move forward and create a life for us here. One of the things that I experienced in that time period was the instability of constantly moving. We never had the opportunity to have a place to call our home. And so as I got older and when I was a teenager, I set the goal for myself that I would go to university and I would find financial stability through that avenue so that I could buy a house of my own. And that's exactly what I did. I went and I got a career as a social worker. I had a great job with the government, and my husband at the time and I worked really hard to be able to purchase our own home and have that true sense of belonging and having a place to live. As time went on, though, I always had this desire to want to do more, especially in the place of real estate. I loved real estate and I was looking for ways to get involved. Unfortunately, my husband at the time, it wasn't his calling. And then for me, it really took a life-changing moment. It was a single surf lesson that I had this awakening and this realization that I really need to step into going out and living the life of my dreams and living out these dreams that were, bugging me inside that I needed to go and complete it. So in that process, one of the first things that I was able to align with is I was introduced to a variety of books that were just huge influences for me. The first one was The Success Principles by Jack Canfield, and this book was a huge influence for me when it came to mindset, personal development, goal setting intentions, and really being able to stay focused on what it was that I wanted. The other book that had a huge influence in my life was Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki and Sharon Lechter. This book taught me about financial literacy, but also it opened up my eyes to the potential and the possibilities with real estate. And that's really what drove my focus. After I got this knowledge and awareness, I went and took a really intensive real estate coaching program. And with that program, I was able to get the education that I needed because I knew that I didn't want to spend another 5 or 10 years learning it on my own through trial and error. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna I'm gonna get all the information that I need, the tools and resources, and go and do it. And it paid off for me big time. The first thing that I did was 5 months after starting this coaching program, I was able to buy and sell the first property and make a profit of $20,000. That was enough to get me hooked and to know that I was going down the right path when it came to real estate investing. The next thing I did is I partnered with a couple people and we started buying multifamily units in Columbus, Ohio. So this was duplexes and fourplex that we were converting into rental properties. Now, I had a lot of learning that came in this process, especially because at the time I was still living in Canada, working here. I was working my job full-time and doing that. And so I needed to walk away from that project, but then I started working on a commercial development project in Canada, which taught me a great amount when it came to creating a commercial business and what goes into it, whether you're buying a building or leasing a building. So it was a lot of really, really great learning. And then I had this great privilege of lining up with a good friend of mine who showed me a creative real estate strategy on how I could acquire properties with little to no down and be able to leverage the homeowner's mortgage and then create my own portfolio. And that's exactly what I've been doing ever since I learned that from him here in Canada. But additional to that, I have had the huge blessing and one of my biggest dreams come true, which was to start to work and do real estate in Mexico. I bought my first property there in 2014, and I always wanted to be able to get involved in the Mexican real estate market. And right now I have this great gift and opportunity to have partnered up with some incredible people down in Los Cabos, Mexico, where we are doing a variety of development projects. And I am so extremely grateful and excited for those. And so, this is all just a byproduct of getting focused, knowing what I wanted, and believing that I could make it a reality. So my goal with creating the Creative Real Estate Academy is to be able to inspire and empower you with the tools and resources, and to share my experience and bring in others that could share their experience and their stories, and also be able to show you the way that you can do this, not only to get your own home, but to build your own real estate portfolio. And I want to say that before I let you all go, the one key component out of my whole journey that I want to make sure you all take home and you understand is the number one factor to any type of success, whether it's real estate or on any level, personal, business, is mindset. So you will be hearing and learning a lot about different mindset strategies, tips and tricks, and how to implement these into your life so that you too can make sure to continue to grow and build on your personal development and be able to work past through any obstacles that may come forward, because this world of real estate, it's an emotional roller coaster, and if you're not strong when it comes to mindset, it will be very difficult to find long-term success. So I encourage you, I'm excited for your journey. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to learning together.